Today, the heartbeat of the movement sounds a little differently. We've lost a giant. The Reverend Jesse Jackson, a pioneering civil rights activist and a true racial pathfinder, has passed away at the age of 84. Think about the ground he broke. From the front lines with Dr. King to his own historic runs for the White House, Jackson didn't just witness history, he forced it to move forward. He taught an entire generation to keep hope alive. Whether he was negotiating on the world stage or right here in the streets of New York, his presence was undeniable. He was the bridge, the man who showed us that the Rainbow Coalition wasn't just a dream, it was a blueprint for all of us. A massive chapter of the American story closes today, but the path he blazed, that remains open. Rest in power, Reverend Jackson. Your voice is silent now, but your mission, that lives on in the streets.
America, our time has come.
For more than 6 decades, Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. fought for justice and equality.
I was born in Greenville, South Carolina, in rampant, radical racial segregation. I had to be taught to go to the back of the bus and be arrested.
He was just 24 years old when he began working with Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. in 1965.
I learned so much from him, such a great source of inspiration.
King named Jackson the first head of Operation Breadbasket in Chicago, an expansion of the movement to focus on hunger and economic equality in the North. When King was killed in 1968 in Memphis, a young Jesse Jackson was there.
It was a defining moment in the history of our struggle.
Years later, Jackson broke from King's organization to create Operation Push. In 1984 and again in 1988, Jackson ran for president, becoming the first major black candidate to do so.
We have proven that we can survive without each other, but we have not proven that we can win and make progress without each other. We must come together.
For decades, Jackson had wielded influence among presidents, world leaders, and business leaders. In 2017, Jackson was diagnosed with a neurodegenerative disorder, but he continued to lead his Rainbow Push Coalition organization until 2023.
Lay out the vision of what could be.
We have some really sad news for Jesse Jackson, who just died at the age of 84. As you know, he is a civil rights icon who ran at this time.
I'm more convinced than ever that we can win. We have fought up the rough side of the mountain. We can win. I just want young America to do me one favor. Just one favor. Exercise the right to dream. You must face reality, that which is, but then dream of the reality that ought to be, that must be. Live beyond the pain of reality with the dream of a bright tomorrow. Use hope and imagination as weapons of survival and progress. Use love to motivate you and obligate you to serve the human family. Young America, dream!
Why we call ourselves black? Where does the term African American come from? Meet Jesse Jackson. He was not related to Michael, MLK Jr. said that no one could be more effective than Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson actually negotiated the release of U.S. soldiers and citizens around the world, including in Syria, Iraq, and Yugoslavia. Jesse Jackson was a civil rights leader and worked extremely close with Martin Luther King Jr. before his assassination. In 1971, he created the PUSH organization. In 1984, he established the National Rainbow Coalition. He helped Chicago elect their first African-American mayor, Harold Washington. He also advocated for the rights and freedom of Palestinians. He also ran for presidency in the primaries and actually got to third place the first year and second place the next year. Basically, he walked so Barack Obama could even run. In 1991, the Gallup conducted a poll to ask Black Americans what they would be preferred to be called. This poll came 2 years after Jesse Jackson called for the name African Americans to be the standard. He said, Black tells you about skin color and what side of town that you live on, but African American evokes discussion of the world. Jesse Jackson.
Here's a piece of Black political history that shaped American politics, but almost no one talks about it. When Jesse Jackson ran for president in the 1980s, his strategy wasn't only about Black voters. He intentionally reached out to Latino voters, to Asian American voters, to students, labor unions, farmers, and working class white voters. And that mattered because he treated coalition building as the campaign and not an afterthought. Jesse Jackson competed everywhere, in caucuses and states and places that other candidates ignored. It was important because he turned the relationships he made across communities into delegates. His campaigns proved that a multiracial coalition could compete nationally. It could influence party rules, priorities, and platforms, even without winning the nomination. And that model didn't disappear. In fact, it became the foundation for later candidates trying to build a national coalition, including Barack Obama. Jesse Jackson didn't just run for president, he helped redefine how winning coalitions are built. More tomorrow.
I may be poor, but I am somebody. I may be on welfare, but I am somebody. I may be in jail, but I am somebody. I may be uneducated, but I am somebody. I am black, beautiful, proud. I must be respected. I must be protected. I am somebody. I know. I may be poor, but I